iFILM, London. iFILM, London. This is Kugan Cassius right from London. We're in Little Italy here in Soho. With me, I've got Olympic gold medalist AUDLEY Harrison. Just trying to shut everyone up. What's happening, AUDLEY?
Yeah. I'll take my chewing gum out, give you respect.
That's all right, that's all right. In all right, it's all good to me.
Hey, this guy's been doing good, you know. I've been watching his videos on Twitter, on YouTube, and he's all right. He's doing good. Hey, you lot, hey, interview going on, man. The guy can't hear me, man.
Go for it, son.
Hey, so he's doing good. So I'm feeling good. I've come back to boxing for the right reasons. Don't want to retire off the hay fight. And despite people thinking, what legacy? My legacy is a good legacy. 2 national champions as an amateur. Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games, WBF title, European heavyweight champion. Forget the prize fighter, but you can add that in there. So I have a legacy. Not many people can do what I've done as a boxer. Yeah, there's more left. That's why I'm back.
Ali Adams, younger fighter by about 10 years, hungry, giving a lot of talk in the press conference. You were giving a lot of talk yourself back, but what do you think he's going to bring to the table come Saturday night?
I think he's going to bring false confidence to the table. Because he's gonna think I'm done, and if he really studies me and knows that when I fall and I come back strong, the average person can't fall like I fall and get back up, dust themselves off and go again. So, but if you see, like when I lost to Danny Williams the first time, how I came back in a rematch, came back strong, and obviously knowing the reasons why I took the David Haye fight, I was looking for an opportunity to come back strong again because the pec is healed. And so this is my opportunity to come back strong. So I already know if Ali Adams can get through this AUDLEY Harrison, he deserves to go a long way. Because I know the guy that's coming up is a damn bad boy.
I know we don't want to keep going over old ground with the David Haye fight, but what would you say to the people that backed you for that fight, which was a lot of people, and the people that come to watch you fight David Haye and support you? What would you say to them now?
You know, what I'd say is like, look, if you see me and you know me, I've always talked the talk. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't walk the walk. And the David Haye situation is one of them where, well, I genuinely thought the final, like the money was great, but the final decider that made me take that fight was even though I've got one arm for the whole training camp, I know David Haye so well, and that wasn't a lie when I said, I know him so well, I can knock him out with one hand. That was the final thing that made me take it. But the silliness that in terms of that decision was the David Haye that I knew at 18 years old, 19-year-old, sleeping in my camp, you know, following me around, wasn't the same David Haye at 29 years old. And so he'd grown into a man. And so the final thing that I thought, you know what, I know David Haye so well, I know I could walk him onto a left hand. But it wasn't realistic. But it took me getting in that ring with him to see that David was like a matrix, you know, moving. I'm a counter puncher. I set traps for you and I put you in a box. David was doing that to me, so I couldn't get off. Even with one arm, I couldn't get off. Because he's fainting, he's adjusting his position all the time. So it's just technical thing. People looking at it like it's some big, it was just technical. I was getting closer and closer. Third round he catches me, takes me out. It wasn't like I quit, I got knocked down, I still got up. But I was all over the place in there, you could see that, I was all over the place. Because I wasn't confident because I had one arm. But when I stood on that starting line is when it hit me. I've never been in like, I walked out there, I felt great, I was like, yeah, I got him. But when I'm in there now, I'm thinking, get me, because it's like, what's my game plan? I felt clueless in there, and that's the real truth. But it didn't stop the conviction that I felt when I'm talking the talk. That's me. I can't make apologies for who I am. That's me. You get, and afterwards you have to hold your head up and you have to still walk proud, because that's how life is. And people are like, well, you know, F you. We spent money on you. I had people throwing TVs through the window in their house because they lost a whole heap of money on me. I understand that, and that's why I feel it. But I'm back to finish my journey. But this is for me. I'm back for me.
When I spoke to David Price the other day after his British title win, and I mentioned future opponents, or his next opponents, as the Tyson Fury fight is unlikely to happen, he actually mentioned your name as a possible opponent. What do you think about that?
Well, you know, you saw last week I done a press release and I said, you know, feeling great, camp's finished well. And obviously get through Ali Adams. You know, the only fights out there in England is Tyson Fury or David Price for me. And I also threw in the hat Seth Mitchell and Jonathan Banks. You know, because they're obviously, I live in America, they're obviously the guys that's coming through. Seth Mitchell's coming through and Jonathan Banks. So after the fight, those who I'm targeting. You know, and it's as simple as that. And any one of them gets me to where I need to be.
Why did you decide?
And any one of those guys a test. David Price is doing great. Tyson Fury, fair play, doing great. You know, after Rogan fought him as a southpaw, knocked him out. Seth Mitchell came back great against Chaz Witherspoon. Jonathan Banks has been a little quiet. But any one of them. But obviously, my focus right about now is on Saturday night and Mr. Ali Adams from the streets.
Audley, just one more question I'm going to ask you. In your heart of hearts, do you ever believe that you will have a world title strapped to your back walking out of Emirates Stadium? Do you think that'll ever happen?
Do you know what? Last night, Emirates, I like it.
I'm Arsenal.
I know. I follow you, man. I know. So why are you saying that? I know.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know.
You got your mum. Is she watching this one?
My mum is. Yeah.
Hey, he's doing very good, mum. You should be proud of him. Now listen, I haven't given up that dream, because if I gave up that dream, I wouldn't be here today. This ain't coming back for Ali Adams. I'm coming back because the fire is still burning me, and I need to see what I've got left. Ali Adams is going to help me decide what I have left.
Right, Audley, we look forward to the fight on Saturday like everyone else, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure. It's not over yet. Saturday night, you're going to see the old man. Oh, big up iFILM London. We film stuff. Blah.